Hello and welcome back to the Monster Hunter Stories demo, which is the beginning of the full game. Where today, we've got some stuff to do to continue on with our story, and apparently we can't go in the house yet. Okay, never mind. Let's just continue. Hello, responsible girl. It sure is, but I thought I was talking to the responsible girl. Cheval. There's only like 24 people in this town. Learn their names. Of course, apparently our character just refers to these people as responsible and bustling and all that, so I guess we can't point fingers. He became a rider before we did? That jerk. Hey, Lilia. I sure do. If you say so. Of course. Oh, hey, buddy. What's up? Whoa there. You betcha. Good to hear. Okay. Now to go do this whole right. And we're gonna do it upright. Just gotta pop on in here. The Hall of Rights. And it's here that we'll meet our very first monster friend. So you pronounce it Rathalos, I guess, if you're trying to preserve the rhyme scheme. Okay. Yep, I get it. Sure thing. Motabo? If only I could choose the egg to hatch, because I don't want this first monster. It's not great. It's not great at all. It sure did. Also, thankfully, we don't need that dance to hatch any eggs from this point onward. That's not just an egg. Poor Dan. I'm Garnet / Redmond. I kind of wish they gave us a choice, but I guess we can feed him. That's nice. Now, this doesn't work so well in English, considering we call felines felines. In Japanese, they're called airu. Thus, naviru is a portmanteau of navigation and airu. So, in English, if they'd called him Naviline, then that would have been a direct comparison analog thing. And also in previous romanizations, they've just called him simply Nyavi, like Navi, but with a nya. And I feel like both of those would have come across better for the English audience, considering most of us have no reason to recognize Naviru for being what it is. Will we? Also, you haven't been fed yet. And now we get to hatch an egg. So you can tap it, and if you're lucky, you get stat bonuses for tapping it in the right spots, but you don't know what the right spots are until after tapping it. You can also press a button and it'll just tap it in a random place, but that's slow. What we want to do is we want to just mash this thing. So just mash it all over and you'll usually get some bonuses. And we've got ourselves a Velocidrome. I'm not going to name it. I'm not going to name most monsters, mainly because it's not worth naming most monsters. Because a lot of them will just be used for those skills they've got. See that little 9x9, or not 9x9, 3x3 box with 9 circles in it? That's the skill slots. The ones that are really light colored are closed, and then those dark brown ones are empty. And then we've got ourselves a blue speed skill and a gray tech skill. Those can be transferred to other monsters later in the game. And that is how you basically build monsters to be stronger and better and all that. But in transferring the skill over to a new monster, the monster that originally had the skill goes away. I'm not so fond of it. All right. Sure. Naviru is going to be our character's voice for the majority of the game, for the record. I just want them to let me enter my house, because that way I can turn off helmet display. You've obtained a Monstie, but the rite of kinship is far from over. Now you must head to the Mount Pondry Caves and immerse the kinship stone given to you by Chief Omna in the water there. But what could be waiting in the caves? Not a whole lot, turns out. Anyway, we gotta get to the village entrance. Will you let me in my house now? Oh, all the stuff's here. That's good. Yeah, it is. So would I. Yeah, bed and chest. Take nap on bed. Can change hairstyle. And makeup. And hair color. Gender and voice cannot be changed. But once they add in the patch 1.2 content that was added to the Japanese version of Monster Hunter Stories just a couple weeks ago, you can change your gender. So that's a thing. And yeah, we can get outfits for Naviru. Though most of them aren't really that good looking, and also since they still apply to him during the cutscenes, some of them can actually take away from some of the details, because like if they cover his ears, that's one less thing he can emote with. So honestly, I like just leaving him naked. But what we can do here is go to appearance, and then I guess this isn't where we do this. I guess we do it in our menu. Do we have outfits for him yet? Nope. But in the full game, you will get at least one outfit for him by having a save from Generations, I believe. Okay, so armor. Wait, we're already there. There we go. Turn off the helmet, and we're good. Apparently they start us off with a greatsword. Not my personal favorite of the weapons in the game, but it is decent, and it's the only one that's got a good amount of group targeting things. So this guy is for download content, but yeah, which also means we can't use the amiibo yet, even though I've got all of them. And this thing here, we can't use it just yet, apparently. Though that's for getting special bonuses that apply only for a little while in exchange for Zenny and whatnot. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I know how to open the menu. All right. Okay. Sure thing. So they start you off not riding your Monstie. There's no reason not to once they actually let you ride it, though for now, Naviru's on it. And that'll be the case, I believe, until we get our Kinship Stone purified. But once they let you ride your Monstie, there's not much reason not to. You gather faster, and you move faster. There's no real downsides. What's up, Dan? Yeah, there is a helpless Aptonoth. Seriously, there's a helpless Aptonoth over there. Go kill it. That's not nice. I don't need directions to the Aptonoth, Naviru. It's right there. I'm going to steal its grass first. Okay, so I believe Aptonoths primarily use power-type attacks. So you can see this red line in between us. That means the Aptonoth is targeting me and I'm targeting it. The lines will always show what's being targeted, so keep that in mind. No, let's not try a power attack. Let's do speed. I want to do speed. It's going to use power. I know what Aptonoths do. Don't play this game for me. Yeah, head-to-heads are useful if they let you choose the right attack type. If I had used speed, then we would have been fine. Because, yeah, every monster that you can fight in this game has specific types of attacks that it can use. Very few can actually use all three types, and all of the small monsters use exactly one of the types. So, for example, Aptonoth will never use anything other than power, which means if you use speed on them, you're great. Yeah, I know the battle lines. I know all this stuff. Yes. And then it's going to come at us, and we use the speed attack, and since we beat it, we can't be knocked out, and we get a lot more kinship from the attack. Of course, kinship doesn't last in between battles, so really that does nothing for us. Hooray, we got XP and also parts. You get more parts at the end the higher your rank. I'm not sure what determines what rank you get, because there have been times where I've been beat to hell and back and gotten an S, and other times where I've had a flawless victory and gotten like a C. So really, I don't know what determines anything. My HP is pretty okay, actually. Yeah, I know how to use items. Okay. Fine if I gotta use an herb, even though it's a huge waste right now. Let's not use one. Unless they force me to, I'm not gonna. Oh, and you can zoom the map in and out by touching it. So that's a thing. Uh-oh, it's a Velociprey. I bet we have to fight it. Velociprey always use speed attacks, so if you use tech against them, you're golden. I know what to do. Stop telling me what to do, Dan. I already know. So why is my Velocidrome using nothing but power attacks? It's a speed-type monster. Okay, I'm watching it and thinking carefully. By doing the exact same thing I had just done. Oh, good, we can do double speed. That's good. I do like to keep battles at double speed for the most part, because you still get to see the big animations, and it goes faster. Wow, we got a whole wyvern carcass. Okay. So, ordinarily what you would want to do is fight some things along the way, but apparently they just take us right next to it. Well, not really right next to it. Yeah. Okay. Makes your Monstie stronger for its next attack. Which can be very useful against enemies that your rider can't do enough to. But, yeah. Did I see something red up there? I did. What is that? Unfortunately, if we're not mounted, we can't interact with Kelbies, but if you're mounted and hit them, I believe from behind, but maybe from just anywhere, it will spook them and make them drop a sparkly. Yeah, I know I can. No way, I press A to gather. Never would have guessed by just wandering over and gathering. You know, like I did at several gathering places before now. Oh, that's the red thing was the marker showing, hey, you're supposed to go there. It wasn't red, it was orange. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I get it. Come on, just let me play the game. I'm fine. I've done this before, game. Yeah, things like the very insistent tutorialization. No, don't. I can't switch him and I can't command him. No, he's gonna lose. Supposed to use tech against these guys, Velocidrome. You're doing it wrong. You're just throwing your health away, guy. Use tech. Get smart. I mean, speed's better, but use tech. That C rank, that was Velocidrome's fault. Okay. And for the record, I will name some monsters, but specifically only the ones that have at least 8 skill slots. Because the number of skill slots a monster has is directly correlated with its value. Because unlocking skill slots is a lot more difficult than filling empty ones. Okay, he's using speed, which, again, is better than power, but come on, guy, you gotta use tech against these. You should know, you are one. Just an adult version, which is weird considering you just hatched earlier. Stories plays a little bit fast and loose with how monsters do. Considering you can hatch both a Basarios and a Gravios out of an egg in this game. And yet, Basarios are juvenile Gravios. What's the deal there? They don't even care to explain. That's just how this game goes. Come here, you. We're fighting. As soon as you let me. Yeah, there's a brief while after each battle where you can't initiate another battle. Yeah, go up behind monsters and you get to do a back attack. It's nice. We'll go ahead and use power here. Why not? Oh, yeah, you're using tech, which means we get to do a double attack thing. Yeah, double attack. Which does huge damage, gives you a huge boost to kinship, and if it didn't kill the opponent, it would have negated their attack. That's one of the most important things that you can do. Basically, if you see your monstie using an attack that could beat one of the types of moves the opponent can use, especially if the opponent isn't targeting you, use that same type of move, and you might get yourselves a double attack, which is great. Saves health on your team, saves time, gives you more kinship, so if the enemy doesn't die, you can still do good stuff. Is nice. So rather than go straight in there, I'm going to see about just going this way a little bit. Okay. They don't want me doing more gathering. That's fine. Gathering's actually kind of important in this game. There's some things that you need to combine for good stuff that you can't just straight up buy for Zenny. Ah, there's a Poogie. If you find all 100 of them, you get a new monstie. Hey, Poogie. Also, they all leave behind sparklies, which can be very useful things. So it's a straight shot if we go this way, but I'm going to go around this way because there's more gathering to do. Of note, pretty much all caves in this entire game are modular. So, yeah, you can get a pretty good feel for the layout of any given cave, because there aren't really that many different modules. I don't want to use cheer. These guys use tech, so I'm just going to go power. Yeah, Conchu tend to die pretty quick anyway. This episode's going a bit long, but we're going to keep going until we purify this stone of ours. It won't be much longer. And let's also open this treasure box. Treasure boxes are the only gatherables that don't respawn. So if you see one, grab it, because it might have very nice things in it. Ooh, this one survived one round. Oh, this thing's hosed. That is one dead bug. Really, Naviru? You're the best? You didn't even participate. All right. Onward. Grabbing this herb. And then Conchu. Hopefully we get a back attack here. You don't always get a back attack if you come up to them from behind. But also you have to actually come up from behind and not just kind of do it. That fire res is super helping this thing against my iron sword and my Velocidrome's no element. Basically what I'm trying to say is Conchu are dumb. Alright, and then we've got a blue plant. Okay. And then we can go on. Sounded like there might be another Conchu, but I don't care. Oh, hello. Yeah, whenever you pass by a gathering spot, always gather from it. You got nothing to lose but time. And this is a turn-based RPG, so you shouldn't value your time that much if you're playing it. Though I guess you could theoretically speedrun this game. I don't know how fast you'd really be able to go, but Maybe you could go, like, super fast. Hey, Poogie. Yeah, if you're just trying to rush through this game, it's not really the longest in the world. That Poogie had 5 pairs of binoculars. How did it get them? What does this mean for whoever once owned them? Is that Poogie a mass murderer? That's not how it works. You don't chuck it in. Hooray! We sure are. Okay. Ride on indeed. Yeah, now I can ride monsters. Okay. Basically, what this means is we got our first gym badge. Yeah, we can use rare 2 monsters now. It's a thing. All right. That is going to be it for this episode. Join us next time when we continue onward. See you then, friends.